So I came to Ireland back to 2001. So many years ago. So always people ask me why is Ireland and why you go to Waterford, go to SETU and all the questions. But now a lot of people, young people like you, probably know Ireland much better than 20 years ago. And you did all the Google search, search the STU website, all the universities. You probably know about Ireland much better than before. So for this set, I came to Ireland as a student like you right now, looking, searching which country, which university, which program, and so many information. And I'm not sure what's your background, but for me, I have a family and relations in America. I also have a family relations in Japan, but nobody in Europe. So automatically, everybody presume I should go to America or I should go to Japan because somebody there will look after me. But for some reason, a lot of reason, and cut story short, I feel Europe is just so resonant with because it's so safe and people are so nice and also so many countries I can go and each country are so different. The French, the German, the Italian, the Spanish, the English, everybody, and also the rich history. That's why I will say, okay, Europe is so fascinated with because everything. And I only can speak English. I don't know how many of you can speak another language. I really adore you. But for me, English is only my second. I learned Japanese before, but I don't really practice anymore. So I don't want to learn another language. So I want to go to a country, not just in the school, they teach you everything in English, but outside the school, outside university, you also can just speak in English. You don't have to try to learn another language. So UK and Ireland, okay? So at that time, UK is everybody knows UK. Ireland is nobody knows. You think Iceland or do you mean New Zealand? So Ireland is nobody knows, but I feel Ireland is so pretty and small. It's a very small country comparing to UK, and also because not many popular study destination, and I feel more safe for some reason. I feel more safe. I feel people more friendly, and UK, I feel it's just so big, like China is so big, so many people, everybody go into UK. And so I just want to go quiet, peaceful, just want to do my study, enjoy my life. So that's why I went to Ireland and did my master degree in business. And after that, I was offered a job without even looking for a job. So now, 20 years later, the situation pretty the same. Irish government looking for people to work, not the Irish government, because a huge amount multinational company and looking for you to stay and to work. Okay, so that is Ireland. So I just go through a little bit more detail. You probably know already. I just go through very fast. So you can see the map in the center of this map. The location, UK is our nearest neighbor country. So higher education with UK are very similar. Okay, and then we cross Atlantic Ocean. Where will they go? We go to the east coast of America. Mainly is New York, Chicago, Boston, and Canada is Newfoundland. So first immigrants from Ireland, the Irish people, they all go across the Atlantic Ocean, go to that part of America to follow to looking for the American dream, right? Back that time. So because that past history, nowadays there's more than 780,000 Americans claimed they have Irish ancestors, including 7 American presidents: John Kennedy, Reagan, and the Obama, definitely not current President Trump. Okay, so because of that, they want to reinvest back to Ireland because they fear Ireland, the grandparents did so much for them, sacrifice everything, and now they want to return back. So when they are in the higher level of executive board or the multinational company, more likely they will say, oh, Ireland, the tax is very low, and also the graduates are very skillful, very high quality graduates from the university, and very safe, environment very clean, no pollution. And why I don't invest in Ireland, my grandparents' country, So that is why 1,800 American companies invest in Ireland. So by the location, you can say from Ireland, travel to Vietnam, you have 2 options. One is you cross to European country, either London, Frankfurt, Paris, or Amsterdam, and then you go all the way to Honai or Ho Chi Minh City. The other option is half and half. So travel from Dublin, capital city, to Middle East, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, or Doha, and then travel to Vietnam. So it's like break the whole journey into the half. Okay, so in total is around 16 to 18 hours. And Ireland is so close to Europe, so only take one hour and a half or 2 hours. And to Canada, it's roughly about 7 hours. So Ireland, by looking at the location, is a gateway between Europe and the US. So that is why we all know multinational company majority is an American-owned company. And when they look at EU, particularly European Union, where all this European Union country using one currency is euro, not UK pound, and where are they located? More likely they were located in Ireland. Okay, so that is where we always say your study abroad is a huge investment. And because investment, you're always looking at the return. What's your return is how fast and how good you can get a job. Of course, if you say, I don't want a job, well, the minute I finished, I say, bye-bye, I want to come home and then get married and then get a job in my home country. Perfect, perfect. But you just come to Ireland, have another option. The option is better have a different option rather than just have one option, right? So when we look at Ireland, basically its employment is number one. Most people study abroad is not say, oh, I choose Australia because the weather. I choose UK because a palace, the royal family, the king and the queen. Oh, I love that. Oh, I go to France. Oh, I love the fashion. I love the food. No, nobody study abroad for that reason. You study abroad is for what? For your career. And where's the career from? Employment. And the next one is education. Why I put employment above education? Because we think about, okay, we're looking at the university, looking at the ranking, look at the program, but all of that at the end, you got a piece of paper. And what that for?
Được rồi, mẹ nghe rồi đó.
Okay, you're looking for that piece of paper for graduation is for what? For job, right? So that's why employment is so important before the education. Because so many universities, there's thousand universities, and so many countries you can choose. But then the most important thing is most universities are all very good, particularly European universities, they all very good. Irish universities, they all very good. Particularly, we call ourselves worldwide class higher education. Okay, so that is why all the universities in Ireland are pretty the same. The program are pretty the same. Okay, so and then Ireland is a good amount. It is very safe and very welcome. How safe? How safe? Okay, I have the house here. I'm working from home today. My car parking in the driveway. When I park my car, I don't lock it. You can say, oh, I'm so lazy, even don't want to press the button. But I feel nobody. What? There's no need. I feel no need, right? If I park my car in other country, I make sure I need to lock my car, but I don't feel I need it. Of course, I make sure I close my front door, but something happened before we were away. Our neighbor ring us, say, "Hey, Helen, the front door is widely open. What happened? Are you in the house? Because widely open for 1 or 2 days." I said, "Oh my God, sorry, we forgot. We were away for holiday. Somebody left and didn't close the door properly. And then the door widely open for all day and all night. And for 2 days, our neighbor are very, very good. We all happy and support each other. We look after each other. Our neighbor ring us, just make sure everything's okay. So say, please close the door. Thank you. So just telling you, an island, there's no gun, there's no shooting, nothing. People are extremely friendly. And then you wonder why is this coming from? When we back to the map, Ireland is a very tiny country, right? In the middle of the ocean, right? And Ireland never get involved World War One and World War Two. Not like any other country. Most countries are fighting each other. They're so big, they fighting each other. The German, the French, the Italian, the Spanish, same as in Asia, everybody fighting each other, right? And then America, and it's different again, Africa. So everybody fighting. So, but in Ireland, they always stay in the neutral. They never really get involved. So that's why Irish people travel around in all the European countries, and the people will say, "Oh, are you from? You speak English, but we're not sure. Are you English? Are you Irish English? Right? Because they don't know the accent difference." So we say, "Yeah, we are the Irish people. We're not British." And then people say, "Oh, great, we love Irish." And then they give you homemade cheese, homemade wine, have a chat, conversation, and great time together. And then afterwards, because my husband's Irish, afterwards I said, "I wonder if you're telling them you're the British, I wonder what kind of reaction you will get from this French, this German, the Italian, the Spanish." He looked at me, he said, "Are you serious?" Obviously, they just say, "Hello, thank you, nice to meet you, welcome. Bye-bye, go." They disappeared. So that is where I'm curious. But now I have been living in Ireland in Europe for so many years. I understand where it's coming from. Heritage and the culture. Of course, Ireland have own language, have own music, have own everything, the history. So that is why a little bit confusing. Every people say, "Oh, Ireland have their own language, the Irish. Do I have to speak Irish? It's like, do I have to learn?" No, you don't need to learn. Why? Because my husband is Irish. My son is learning from school, right? But Irish language is only one of the subjects in the primary school and the secondary school, same as you have to learn English, maths, history, geography, all the subjects. So, but after the class, you don't learn any Irish at all, right? It seems like we learn English at home country. We don't really practice English at home, right? We only do our homework in English, go to class, do exam, that's all. That's why sometimes we feel our speaking, listening is not as good as writing. So same as in Ireland. But if you want to be Irish government officer, you have to have a fluent Irish. It represents a country. So that is why my husband, his level of Irish language is same as his Chinese level. He can say hello, bye-bye, thank you. How much? Nice to meet you. Welcome. 10 words roughly. Okay. So that's why Irish people don't really know how to speak Irish. They only know very, very basic. Okay. But the Irish government want to promote Irish. They try hard, but again, it's only for very small amount of people. So in work, in the house, in the school, everywhere is in English. At home, from 80 years old grandparents to the baby, everybody speak English. Okay. So here is just to give you a little bit more details. Is Ireland is a member of European Union since 1973. So have a long history, stay in the EU, okay? So currency is euro, and we are the base in Europe, more than 1,800 multinational company. 1,800, that's a lot. If you look any other European country, maybe they only have half of multinational companies, or even a quarter, or even 2 or 3 figures. That's all. But we have 4 figures and more than 1,800. Okay. So the employment I mentioned again, Ireland is the hope for multinational company to get into the European Union countries. That is because Ireland is only speaking English country in the all EU. They can easily recruit all the different student, professional people to work without have to go to Germany to recruit German people, or have to go to Italian, recruit Italian people. They can stay in Ireland to find all these people. Why? Italian people, Spanish, German, when they want to improve their English, where do they want to go? They want to go to an English-speaking country to improve their professional or academic English. That's why in Ireland, there's so many English language schools everywhere. Okay, so that is the employment rate, and then that is education. Multinational company, why they invest so much in Ireland, even they find another country exact the same situation. But the thing is, the most important thing they invest is because they're very confident they can find people, a high qualified people to work. Right? I remember when I was traveling in some country, I can't remember in Malaysia or Vietnam, in Indonesia, I was talking to IT guy. He said, "Oh, Helen, I'm not sure my job will exist because the AI is everywhere. My job is IT, but IT in changing so fast. Maybe a few years later, the AI take over. What do I do?" I said, if you study in Ireland, any university for the IT program, you don't have this worry and concern. Why? Because our education level is high. We make sure we move ahead before the AI. Okay, but think about if you're looking for manufacturer graduates, there's so many manufacturer engineer students all over the place. But why a multinational company, they come to Ireland just want to hire a manufacturer engineer. They can hire that person everywhere. But they know in Ireland, they can hire an innovative technology engineer. And that kind of engineer, no many other countries have it, right? So that we give you example, just talk about that particular, for example, engineering, okay? So same thing, all our programs. So education quality is very high, safe, and very welcoming. So France is the country in Europe. So when you have an Irish study or work or life experience, and then you travel around everywhere, travel around in Europe, in Africa, in America, in Canada, everywhere. You say, I from Ireland. I did study. I I lived there or whatever, people say, wow, tell me more, right? So only English-speaking country in the EU. And then heritage and the culture, you can see the picture here, very pretty, similar to UK. We have a castle. We used to have a king or queen, which is from UK. We don't have our own king. We had our own king, but that is a Viking king and queen. And so that is a temperature, very pretty, the same. Now in December, you can see I'm wearing the jumper, have a heating on. And so coldest time is roughly temperature 2 or 3 degrees. And we don't really have heavy snow. Heavy snow, you have to be under minus. In the summertime, will be 18 degrees roughly. So it's a really summer holiday destination for a lot of European countries, because for them, summertime is so hot, it's 40 degrees. They have to run out of the country. And so student lifestyle, so for students, they can study and they can work part-time job. So part-time job is 12 € 70 per hour when you study. When you don't study, summer holiday, winter holiday, you can work full-time, 40 hours. And Ireland is a very young country, so nearly 34% of our population is under the age 24. So very easily you can make a lot of friends, okay? And then affordability and the best of Ireland, we all know investment, you look at the return, and also depends on your family finance. When you look at your family finance, we always say, don't waste your money, even you're super wealthy, but what's the point to throw the money into the water? So we always say Ireland is a fee at least 40% lower than our UK partners, okay? And the cost of living, particularly in southeast of Ireland, is lower than capital city like Dublin. So, and Ireland, we are in the southeast, very easy to go in to Dublin, to Cork, second big city. So that is the overall. And the last important thing is, besides you finish your study, you finish today, doesn't mean you have to rebook your return ticket back to home, okay? In Ireland, because so many multinational companies, they're all looking for people to stay, not just stay and to work. What happened? Irish government have to adopt this demanding, right? So that is why they have a policy we call stay back visa. Stay back visa means when you finish with a bachelor degree level 8, you can stay in Ireland for 1 year. For 1 year, you just go and look for a job. If you got a job, you just work full-time for the company. If you graduate with a master's degree, you can work for 2 years maximum. So 2 years, if a company hire you, they hire you exact same as hire any Irish student and European student. There's no extra paperwork. It's straightforward. Sign the agreement, contract, you sign it, they sign it, and then that's it. Very easy, straightforward. So that is a stay back visa. It's so important. And this policy haven't been changed, as I'm aware, in the past 15 years. When I came along back to 22 years ago, we even don't have this policy. But at that time, the job opportunity is already very good. But then the more and more company coming invest in Ireland, more and more company looking for people, and the Irish people birth rate is so low. I only have one son. I didn't have 3 or 5 or 10. So the company looking for more people to work, but then so many Irish family, they used to have 3 children, 5 children, but now they only have 2 or even 1 or maximum 3. A lot have 2 or 1. So the birth rate is low. And what happened? European people, they comes and goes because they don't want to stay here forever. They come in for 2 years, 1 year, and maybe do a little bit holiday, do a little bit work, and then they come back. And then what happened, there's a huge gap, need international people like you, like me, to stay and to work. Okay, so give you a summary, world-class education standard, diversity, multicultural learning. So in the class, you're not just only Asian student, you are not just the only student from Asia. You also will have other students. You also have European student. You also have Irish student. Okay, and then safe, friendly, and the global reputation for skilled graduates. Okay, so I covered most of the island. So now you have a big picture. So next time when people ask you why you go to Ireland, you know 1, 2, 3, 4, right? The reason. Okay. Now we move on to talk about SETU. We understand Ireland, the country. Now we need to know the city. People will say, why you choose SETU? Why you don't stay in Dublin? In Dublin, we also have a couple of very good university. Cork have very good university. Okay, why SETU? Exactly the same question people ask me. Why you study in Waterford, not Dublin? Okay, the reason for SETU is number one, the location is location. Like you buy the house. You buy the house, location was so bad, you're not able to sell in that, right? But if you buy the house in a very good location, and what happened, you don't need to worry. Anytime you want to sell, the amount of people to grab it, you can sell it that easily and in a higher price. STO, for me, I just feel the location is so relaxing, beautiful coast area. So we have 3 big campus. Waterford is the biggest campus. I'm based in Waterford City. Okay, so Waterford is a head office and biggest campus in the coastline. So we have beautiful beach. Wexford is smaller, also coastline, have a beach. Carlow is inland. Okay, so that is our 3 campus in yellow part is that yellow part we call the southeast region. Okay, southeast region is very big. Look at the yellow part, nearly take the whole a quarter or something about the whole island map. Okay, so here just to give you an idea, the Carlow campus, what's it look like. Carlow is a smaller city, but it's beautiful, have a river because they don't close to the sea. It's a river, it's inland. It's only 1 hour to Dublin, to capital city. And that is our campus, okay? And then that is a Watford. Watford have more than 10 different type of beach, have mountains, and also is a number 5, fifth biggest city in Ireland, and also the oldest city in Ireland. It's also the capital of the whole southeast region. Okay, so it's the 5th big city. And then some people will ask me, Helen, how about number 6, number 7 cities? We say, sorry, Ireland is so tiny. And we count the city by number 5 and stopped. We don't count who's number 6, number 7, because there's no point, okay? Because our population is so tiny, it's only 5 million population. Think about Honan and Ho Chi Minh City, how many million people living there? But the whole country only 5 million. So we only count the city by number 5. So Waterford is number 5, the 5th biggest city. So that is our campus. We not just have one campus, we have a few. That is our main campus. So my office is around that part, facing the green area and looking over to our finance, to our president office, to our HR manager office. And also, this building is also part of tourism and hospitality buildings. Don't forget Waterford and Wexford are the tourist city as well. So that is Wexford. Did you see? It's a beautiful landscape. And it's also have a beach as well. but it's just much smaller. It's again depends on the program. You choose some program only offer in that campus. No other campus, they have the program, and then you have to go and study in that camp. But a lot of programs, they all offer across the campus, so you can decide, oh, I like Wexford because small, but I like that. Or you can say, oh, I like Waterford, big, I have so many things to do. So that just to give you overall 18,000 students, 1,400 staff, and we have more than 100 nationalities, including Vietnamese students. Okay, so that is a program. I know before we start the webinar, I remember Kelly or some student asked about master program in digital marketing analysis. Yes, that program will be in media design and music, that area. And then some student may be looking for business. And so we have business, computing. So we
actually, sorry, Helen. Actually, one more student to ask for pharmaceutical bachelor over here also.
Oh, pharmaceutical bachelor is over the science, on the science, okay?
Science, correct,
Yeah,
science.
science. Yeah. So I will go through that a little bit more detail just to give you overall what's look like, okay? So that is Irish network. So you're coming, most students coming for level 8 because only level 8 on a bachelor degree, you can stay in Ireland for 1 year. And then, so level 8, you either 3 years or 4 years, most that will be 4 years. And 4 years guarantee you have work placement in year 3. So work placement is a whole semester you can work, okay? So what like is, it's like a job hunting. It's not you sit there, teacher say, hey, you go there to work, you go there to work. No, it's not like that. What it look like is before the work placement semester started, previous semester, the teacher will say, hey, everybody pay attention. That company looking for people for work placement. You go to their website, apply if you're interested. If you're not interested, you go some other company website to click, okay? So that is where to work. So you apply, it's like you apply for a proper job, company and send you, say, yeah, we're happy. And then we interview you, and then they pick who they want to work with for the work placement, okay? So everybody have the same exam opportunity, okay? It's up to student to decide I apply or I don't want to apply. And we also have 2 or 3 other options, just in case not everybody get in. We also have entrepreneurship program, community program, project. We also have other project for students to do, because work placement is not using that opportunity to make money, to be rich, to cover expenses. Work placement to build your experience only, okay? So that is what we always say, that is a credit. So if you don't do that, you have other option. Make sure everybody get credit to complete your year 3 study. So that is level 8. Level 9, master degree is only 1 year. I did my master degree back to 20 years ago. Master degree program only 1 year, very intensive. So there's no work placements included in your program, okay? So September to December, semester 1, and then you finished all the exams for first semester. And then you start fresh from January to May, and then you finish second semester. And then summertime, you do your dissertation, you do your project, whatever the program required. So that is why you finished 1 year level 9 master degree program. And then what happened? You can stay in Ireland for maximum 2 years to looking for a job. So that is where we also have level 7 for some students, finance reason, they come in to do 3 years. We have students come for 3 years and they got job, and company say, oh, you don't need to go back to university to level 8. when you finish level 7, we are willing to sign the contract to get work permit, work visa for you. Don't go for the state visa. We want you. So we have that case happen. Student coming for level 7, and they don't need to go back. Of course, some students finish level 7 and they just move on to do one more year, finish level 8, so they got exactly the same qualification. Okay, so that's research. We won't cover too much. And global connection, we have partnership with Vietnamese University as well. That is student support. We have accounting. And in Waterford, if anybody wants to study in Waterford campus, Waterford City, we have grocery shop providing Asian food. That's the good news, right? So we all know Asian people have an Asian stomach. For me, if you ask me to choose, I prefer rice than the sandwich because I still have an Asian stomach. But if you ask my 15 years old son, would you like rice or McDonald's? Oh, McDonald's, hamburger, cheeseburger. Yes. Okay, so that just to give you all the service and free service for you. Accommodation only in Waterford campus, we have a student accommodation. The other 2 campus, they don't have, but our staff in their campus will support our internet students to find a room, a comfortable room, a standard room to stay. So don't need to worry too much. But just in Waterford, we have, because we're the biggest campus, so we have a more facility and to offer. So that just give you some picture. We want our students using all this facility. Most of them are free, or even some of them may be like a gym, but very, very low price, only 20 euro per month or even cheaper. And using this facility to meet your friends, to connect your network, that is your future job opportunity coming from. That is our student have a day trip, and you can see most of them are European. We also have a few Asian students here, right? So we have a lot European student. Why? Because Ireland is EU country. We are on the Erasmus program. So every student go there for free. Their student coming here for free. But most of their students coming more, our students going out. Why? Because all these European students want to come to Ireland to improve their English and also want to study in the university, get credits for free. So that is why we have so many European students. It's great to make friends. So that is my presentation. And now we go to the investment. So that is the fees about generally all the Irish universities, what the fees like. It's not STU, okay? Don't get shocked. Oh my God, that's so expensive. No. The most expensive is medicine, health science. If you want to be a doctor, automatically that is very, very expensive. But you can say STU, we don't offer medicine. So you never need to pay that money. So if you look at US dollar, that is just euro, depends on which one you feel you are familiar with. So undergraduate is a maximum business 20,000, low is 10,000 US dollar. Okay. So all the Irish university is between that. Okay. Engineering, science, technology is more expensive than business. Why? Because you're using the facility, you're using the highest advanced software to equipment to be part of your academic learning experience. So that's why they're a little bit more expensive, okay? Postgraduate, you can see it's a huge gap. Business is much more expensive. Why? Because MBA is part of postgraduate, okay? But beside that, engineering, science are more expensive than arts. Like if you want to do hospitality, if you want to do music, digital marketing will be a little bit cheaper, okay? So you're aware that is a range 10 to 25 roughly, undergrad 10 to 20 to 30,000. Okay, so living expenses roughly in Ireland, US dollar 12,500 up to 16,000, including accommodation, food, transportation, clothes, books, everything. Okay, that is for 1 year only. Now we look at what SETU cost. STU undergraduate is only 13,000 for business and 14,500 for science engineering. But that is not correct figures. Why? Don't forget we have special entry awards. So if your students, your high school results is above 80%, more likely you will get 3,000 or 4,000 euro off from here every single year. So you're not paying 13,000, you're paying what? You're paying 10,500 or even 9,500 per year if your high school results are very high. But if your high school results are very okay, you still meet our requirement, you still will get 1,000 euro off, which is minimum. So everybody, guarantee everybody will get at least 1,000 euro off. So if you do business, you only pay 12,500. If you do science engineering, you pay 13,500. But if your high school results between that, but then you don't need to apply, our admission staff will look at the high school results, will look at your IELTS, your TOEFL, your whatever, your English certificate. We will decide, oh, that student are very good. Okay, we should give them more and give the entry awards more higher. If you're only okay, maybe 1,000 at least, or maybe 2,000. So that is why when you look back, so you will look at that will be around only 10 to 11,000 only. So it's much, much below in the average. Okay. And again, for the postgraduate program, business like, and the student asks for, how about media and analysis? And that would be 14,000. Again, you can take out in consideration minimum 13,000, maximum you would only need to pay 10,000. That's all, based on your university results. And the science student, engineer student, and computing student, and you take this out of from 15,000, and then because only 1 year, so you only need to pay up to 11,000 euro for 1 year, or minimum is 14,000. Okay, so that figure, you have to put this into that. Okay, so averagely, our figure comparing all the universities' fees in Europe, you can see our fees is really close to the bottom. Don't forget, we're the public, we're not private university. So our fees is not very high. And our fees, the reason we set our fees kind of low is because we want to support middle class and student, not just to attract super rich families, okay, or private high school, or international high school, their student, their family. Of course, we welcome everybody once you qualify to study, but with our fees, we fear we don't want using a fees as a selective criteria to only attract wealthy families, kids, okay? So now we also have a scholarship 50% available for undergraduate and 50% or 100% available for postgraduate, okay? Because don't forget, postgrad only 1 year. So again, that scholarship is a real scholarship. What does that mean? You have to apply separately. You have to write a statement, write to our committee to to showcase why we need to give 50% to you, not to other students. And this is not everybody will get it. It's maybe one country and only have one or two, like whole Vietnam is only one or two or three. Depends on how many applications, depends on how good they are. So I think last year we even didn't find one for 50%. We have one from Malaysia. We have one high school student got 50%. So doesn't mean you can't apply. It's open to everybody apply. But when you apply, you have to say, am I really guarantee will get 4,000? If I guarantee I get 4,000, why not I try, make a little bit effort to try 50%? Okay. I know when you calculate, there's no big difference between 4,000 to 50%. Okay. Maybe only 1,000 euro difference. Okay. So that is tuition fees. Cost of living, comparing here, 12,000 to 15,000. That's general for Ireland. But here, because we're located outside a big city, not Dublin, not Cork, we're in Southeast region. So our cost of living is a little bit lower. So that is good news. That means you save a lot of money. You don't waste money. So in total, plus tuition fees, cost of living, everything is per year is roughly that price, okay, per year. So that just to give you a little idea, okay? So that is information about scholarship. You just go our website to check, and that's my email address. If you want to contact me afterwards, you will say, hello, I have a question. Great, email me. But the only thing is, there's 8 hours gap now, okay? So don't expect me in the middle of the night to get after my cozy bed to answer your question, okay? So that is the information. I hope I gave you a lot of details, okay?
Yeah, thank
Any
you Helen
question?
for the full presentation. Thì tức là giống như hồi nãy, tại vì cô Len cũng có chia sẻ, cô muốn là có gì cô sẽ tại vì ban đầu theo dự định của công ty là bên 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 em, bên chị, tại vì ở trong đây có cả chị Xin nữa. Chị ơi, chị đang join luôn đúng không chị? Thì tức là ban đầu là bọn em tính là sẽ dịch theo từng slide của cô Helen, nhưng mà tại vì cô không chịu, tức là cô muốn là sau khi mà cô present xong ấy thì tại vì ở đây tất cả các học sinh thì em thấy là đều có IELTS hết và đều tiếng Anh tốt hết, thì cho nên là Helen mới đề nghị là cô sẽ đi qua cái bài present của cô hết, từ đầu đến cuối luôn, để giới thiệu thông tin về trường. Và sau đó sẽ đến phần 2 là phần Q&A. Thì bây giờ tức là sau khi mà mình đã nghe thông tin về trường rồi thì các bạn học sinh nếu như mà có câu hỏi nào thì có thể đặt câu hỏi trực tiếp với Helen. Helen sẽ giải đáp các thắc mắc cho mọi người ha.
Okay, does anybody have a question? I know there's a few students asked a question about in the chat about the pharmaceutical bachelor program and information technology management and digital marketing. So I see there's one, there's two about master program. There's one about a bachelor degree. Okay, so I just show you a little bit information. It's very easy to find this information. So when you go to our STU, you go to global, and then you go to the courses, and then you search postgraduate, or you can search for the undergraduate. Okay, so for example, postgraduate. So for example, if you're looking for this program, media and design, when you click under here, so you can see interaction design telling you full-time. So you only look at full-time, okay? And this is digital media and business analytics. That program is full-time. This is in Wexford. And you also can see other program. And so this is a program is under here, okay? So the other area you can look at that is look at our business, because sometimes depends on the campus. We will put that program in different categories. Some they will put business, this digital marketing, and okay, and then you have a number page 2. You can see a little bit more here. It's not here. And then, okay, here, digital marketing analytics. That is
correct. This one,
okay.
số
So sometimes it's could be a little bit confusing. And some program we put under the business, some program we put that on the digital and the media. So you're just looking at that. So when you click that, you will see the overall about this program. The 90 credit is all year, because of 1 year is 90 credits, okay? And then they tell you semester 1, what would you learn? Semester 2, what would you learn? You also have elective, depends on your own future plan for your career. Some students want to go law and digital environment, some students want to go e-commerce, depends on yourself. And then semester 3 during the summertime, some program through the summertime, some program they start from September. It's all year round. You're doing the research project, okay? So it's again depends on the program. So that is entry, just give you a little bit more information. And then further study, if you want to continue study, what do you want to do? So they will give you a little bit more information, okay? So this program, and the location again is in Carlow, okay? So that is a program, and just using that example to show you how to find our program, okay? So, the other student I know for doing the master in the IT, right? So, and for the computing, you just click here and you look at information technology management. Again, that's full-time in Carlow. And you only look at 1 year and full-time, okay? So the other option I would suggest you to look at that will be much more easy, even more easier, is go through this our quick guide. Quick guide is very quick to find your answer. Website sometimes will take a little bit time, because on the website we have so many programs only suitable for every student, okay, or professional people when they want to come back to our university to do the part-time program. So that's why you go to our website, you will say, oh my God, there's so many programs, but why in this STU global course quick guide is only a few? Because only international students, only the program available for internet students is in this quick guide, okay? Any other informed courses available on our website is nothing to do with you at all. Either it's not available for internet student, or for visa requirement, you can't apply for this program because you have to apply full-time. You can't apply part-time, okay, for visa requirement. So all the program is here. So the best thing is to choose the program, and it's straightforward. If you go for business, undergraduate, you just say, okay, business, okay, I want to do supply chain management, for example. Supply chain management, oh, in Carlow, oh, that is fees. Okay, that's it. Because there's no other supply chain management in any other campus, only in Carlow.
For the undergraduate.
Yeah, so you finish the story. I make a little bigger. Okay, so that is a supply chain management only in Carlow. But some student will say, okay, Helen, I want to do accounting. Okay, great. So you can go accounting, you can find, oh, here we go, accounting, but that is 4 years, level 8 in Waterford. What else I can find accounting? Okay, I can find accounting here. Okay, in Carlow and in Waterford, and that is level 8, same level, but only 3 years. Oh, now I know 3 years, there's no work placement, but 4 years, you have work placement. Work placement, yes. So it depends on yourself. You want placement 4 years. You don't want work placement 3 years, but you graduate fast, early than anybody else. Now, next question, you will say, okay, Helen, Carlow and Waterford both have accounting. How do I know which campus I should go? When you go apply online, they will ask you which campus, which program, and then which campus. Okay, I explained Waterford is much bigger, have more things to do, more facility. Carlow is much smaller, and Wexford even more smaller. That's it. So it depends on your personality. Some people are city girls, city boys. They want bigger, bigger is better. Shopping, spending more money. And some students say, oh, I want small. I'm a quiet person. I'm very shy. Quiet is better. So up to you. Okay, we can't really say which is better because the quality is same. It just located in different city. And once you locate in Carlow, we won't suggest you to say, hey, Helen, can I study for 1 year and then I transfer to Waterford campus to do my accounting? No. Once you stay there, you stay there. You don't change your, you don't switch campus for the same program, except you study that program and you don't like it, and then you want another program only offered in Waterford, for example, there's nothing in Carlow, and then you want to transfer, that is okay. Okay, so that is so many students, we generally for undergraduates, we suggest if you want to do business, if you want to do computing, because computing is a popular one, or engineering. So for example, engineering here, or IT here. Last page is very long. So IT here. So if you want to do some idea, you want to add business, engineering, computing, but you don't know exactly which direction you want to go. For example, computing, because computing is so big. Do you want to be a Internet of Things, or do you want to be cybersecurity, or do you want to be AI? Do you want to develop a game? How do you know? We don't know. You don't know. So who make decision? So the best option is go through the common entry. Okay, common entry means in the first 1 or 2 years, you study everything about computing in all the aspect of computing. And then in year 2 or in year 3, you specialize in one of the stream. Okay, so that is where, but when you apply, you need to pick one anyway. When you apply, you say, hey, Helen, I want to pick SE 600 and a computer science common entry / cloud and networks. That's it. Okay. But then when you study this program in the first 1 or 2 years, you're doing all this area, not just cloud network. You also do other area. But by year 3, you will go back to cloud and networks only. But you can change your mind, because during the first 2 years, you will say, actually, I don't like cloud and networks anymore. Actually, I feel so good at game development. I feel I'm good at that. I like it. So you can choose in year 3, you can specialize in game development. So by doing common entry, you're very safe because you build a very solid foundation, because you learn everything about computer science. But when you graduate, you also specialize in one of the direction. So by doing that, you won't make a mistake, okay? So other programs, for example, cybercrime and IT security, we have a level 7, level 8, 3 years, or 4 years. But again, that kind of program has no option. So from year 1 to year 4 or year 3, all the time for the whole program, you only study cybercrime and IT security, which is basically from where? From computer forensics and security. You only learn that. You don't learn anything. You don't learn mobile app. You don't learn automation. You don't learn AI. You don't learn anything else. You just learn one thing. Okay, so that you can see all the program here. They are all pretty the same. They are not common entry. There's no common entry option for this kind of program. Common
Okay.
entry is only here.
Okay. Okay, Helen. So I think that just let like the parents and student have the questions over here, and if
Okay.
they have any queries or any questions, so they can raise. Um,
Sure.
cho chị hỏi là các bạn học sinh Tú Anh, Ngọc Anh, Phát ơi, em có muốn hỏi gì không thì em hỏi Helen nha. Với lại Thơ, Thơ đúng không em hả? Chị thấy Thơ em quan tâm về branding hả? Em học master hay là bachelor vậy nhỉ?
So what program are they looking for?
Actually for like Tú Anh, she study like digital marketing.
Digital marketing program, right?
Um, Phát, Phát em hồi chiều em muốn hỏi gì á, em hỏi đi em.
Oh, I saw the question here. Yeah, anybody can type a question here. If you can type in English, I can answer you directly. Pan just
Okay,
ask,
okay.
is any chance to be a lecturer? Of course you can. We have a very successful case. We have Malaysia lecture, we have Chinese lecture. I don't think we have Vietnamese lecture at the moment, but you can be the next one. So what do they do is to be a lecturer, you have to have a PhD. PhD is a minimum requirement to be a lecturer. So you have to make sure you have a master degree and then you continue study to have a PhD. And then when the job opportunity you apply, simple like that. Okay. But PhD is criteria.
Um, Hello, Helen.
Yes.
This
Hello,
is
Han.
Hằng. Yeah, today I am not in the webinar because I have, a very great team to support.
Yes.
Okay, just to say hello to you and everybody.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I speak something in Vietnamese?
Sure, sure.
Okay. Chị biết là các bạn sẽ hỏi cô Helen, nhưng mà từ cái kinh nghiệm của chị cũng như là những cái trải nghiệm của chị với lại Setu Waterford hoặc là Setu Global hiện nay á, ngày xưa thì là nó có các cái phân viện của học viện, nhưng mà bây giờ gọi chung là SETU thì chị nói chung. Tức là các bạn nào mà đang quan tâm tới trường này thì cứ mạnh dạn apply và cứ mạnh dạn theo học. Đây là một gọi là đại học công nghệ, tức là hình thành từ cái cách học viện ngày xưa ấy. Và hiện nay ở Setu Waterford có một cái đội ngũ support sinh viên cực kỳ good. Chị phải nhấn mạnh cái việc này bởi vì là tại sao? Bởi vì chị gửi học sinh của chị đi năm 2011, rất nhiều bạn 2011 và hiện nay các bạn thành danh ở bên Ireland. Bên Ireland. Thế thì Setu nó có một cái hay nhé, là các bạn hình dung nó là đại học công nghệ, nên là các cái support của nó thiên về ứng dụng rất cao. Và đặc biệt có những bạn em biết, các bạn biết là không hề trường, rất nhiều người không hề biết mặt nhưng rất nổi tiếng trong trường, bởi vì là ngoài những cái sự hỗ trợ của trường ra thì ở nơi đó các bạn có những cái sự gọi là giao lưu và à, kết nối. Thế thì ở đây chị có thấy Ngọc Anh đang hỏi về cái ngành Information System, cũng như là bạn Tú Anh cũng đã nói chuyện với chị, Thơ cũng đã nói chuyện với chị. Phát thì hôm nay thì chị mới biết, thì Phát đang quan tâm đến ngành dược phẩm. Ngành này là một ngành cực kỳ hay, ngành cực kỳ hay của bên 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 Setu đó. Và các em biết là khi mà tham gia cái chương trình gọi là thực hành cũng như là tham gia cái chương trình research á, thì ở cái bộ phận research tất cả các thứ thì nó cái sĩ số với cả các cái giáo viên supervisor support rất là nhiều. Và lưu ý nếu mà đi theo cái hướng này thì ở năm 3 là các bạn đã đăng ký với lại khoa, với lại trưởng khoa, với lại ở trong lớp với thầy cô á, đi theo hướng nào, nghiên cứu hay là đi ra cái hướng làm việc, thì ở năm 3 là các bạn sẽ được định hướng và các bạn sẽ đi thực hành ở trong các công ty dược, trong các cái công ty học sinh của chị học ở trường này rồi, cực kỳ nổi tiếng luôn. Thế đâm ra là đấy là chị lên chị comment một số cái để cho các bạn yên tâm, mặc dù là đại học công nghệ nhưng mà những cái hỗ trợ và nổi tiếng của trường nó rất là tốt luôn. Và hình dung là thường là những cái trường như này, trường như trường này này là nó được những cái quỹ của chính phủ á, tài trợ vào nghiên cứu và những cái chương trình giảng dạy rất là lớn. Thế thì sau cái buổi webinar ngày hôm nay mà bạn nào muốn kết nối với học sinh của chị đang học tại đây ở cả hai cơ sở nha, chị đều có hết luôn. Và các bạn đấy đã tốt nghiệp ra trường đi làm, có người thì mang theo vợ con sang, có người thì là con gái đó, tức là học một số cái ngành mà có một bạn đang hỏi cái ngành đó đó, thì là bạn đấy là hiện nay tốt nghiệp ra trường và xin được việc làm luôn. Thế thì đấy, có nghĩa là chị comment như vậy để các bạn cứ mạnh dạn hỏi cô sau cái buổi ngày hôm nay, muốn đi chuyên sâu và để tham vấn thêm thì có thể contact, hoặc chị sẽ có thể chị support thêm nha.
Dạ, cảm ơn chị Hằng. Thì như chị Hằng cũng chia sẻ và như là Tú Anh với Ngọc Anh thì chắc cũng có gặp chị Hằng rồi. Còn chị Xuyên với lại Phát thì hôm nay cũng vừa tư vấn với em, thì cho nên hôm nay em mới gọi Phát với lại chị Xuyên cùng lên để cùng chia sẻ với Trường với lại chị Hằng để gặp gỡ mà tư vấn thêm. Tại vì thực sự thì học sinh bên em cũng đi trường này rất là nhiều, và nói chung là ranking bên trường này rất là tốt, tức là cơ hội việc làm và định cư của mình nó sẽ là cái lâu dài, giống như em có nói với chia sẻ với chị Xuyên á. Tại vì ở đây không phải là bé phát đi học không, mà mình còn phải có cả một cái lộ trình sau khi mình học xong thì mình sẽ làm gì và tương lai sẽ như thế nào. Thì em nghĩ là cái đó nó mới là cái giá trị lâu dài mang đến cho mình đó chị Xuyên. Thì Phát ơi, em còn muốn hỏi gì không thì em hỏi đi. Ờ, các bạn có thể type nhắn qua tin nhắn để cô Helen có thể đọc được và trả lời cũng được nha. Ờ, Phát, chị thấy là hồi chiều em có quan tâm về học bổng nữa đúng không em?
Dạ đúng rồi.
IELTS 7 chấm mà hỏi đi.
Dạ, nãy cô cũng trả lời rồi nên là em đang tìm câu hỏi mới.
Ờ, nhưng mà về 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 học bổng thì em còn thắc mắc gì không? Nói chung là nãy giờ nghe cô Helen nói thì cũng mê rồi đúng không? Thì tại vì chị như em thấy những cái campus của trường thì nó khá là đẹp. Nói chung là bên Ireland, Ireland thì thật ra nó cũng giống như châu Âu thôi, thì tức là văn hóa cổ kính, và nói chung là đi chỗ nào cũng thấy nó đẹp mà nó đẹp kinh khủng luôn á. Tức là mình tới tận nơi rồi mình sẽ thấy là mình nghĩa là mình đã từng trải qua một lần trong đời. Tại vì bản thân chị cũng học ở châu Âu, cho nên là những cái văn hóa và những cái lâu đài nọ kia thực sự thì chị cũng đã experience hết rồi. Cho nên là mình thấy là trong cuộc đời mình đi qua, mình có những cái trải nghiệm như vậy thì giống như mình không còn gì để hối tiếc. Thì cho nên là chị thấy hồi chiều mẹ của em cứ lo là em đi học xa như vậy thì không biết là có sao không, thì có thể tự lập được không. Nhưng mà chị nghĩ là mình ra nước ngoài rồi mình sẽ thấy là cái thế giới nó rất là rộng lớn, và mình sẽ học hỏi được rất nhiều điều, và nó sẽ cho em cái sự độc lập, cái sự tự chủ. Mà tức là ở nhà thì nhiều khi còn có mẹ lo, nhưng mà khi ra nước ngoài rồi có nghĩa là thân ai nấy lo, mình sẽ cảm thấy mình lớn hơn, mình tự lập hơn, và mình sẽ thấy thế giới rộng lớn, và mình sẽ thấy mình học hỏi được rất nhiều điều hay ho ấy. Cho nên là thôi ráng đi đi nha.
Chị xem cái bảng điểm của Phát rồi đó, ôi bằng điểm super luôn. Apply học
Dạ, học
bổng
sinh
nha
xuất
Phát.
sắc đó chị. Dạ, học
Apply
sinh
học
xuất
bổng
sắc.
nha Phát. Chị nói thêm nhá, hình như là Phát đang quan tâm tới cái pharmaceutical với lại cả cái bio đúng không em?
Dạ vâng, nhưng mà em đang hướng về bên dược hơn, bên pharmaceutical hơn chị.
Đi pharmaceutical, chị giải thích cái trong cái lĩnh vực dược phẩm của Ireland, Ireland hiện nay nhé. Các bạn cũng biết là Ireland là cái đất nước xuất khẩu dược phẩm, xuất khẩu thuốc. Vậy thì để ra một cái sản phẩm xuất khẩu ra nước ngoài hoặc là xuất khẩu ra thị trường thì nó đi theo những cái quy trình. Nó có những cái ví dụ như là từ nghiên cứu này, ra công thức thuốc này, xong rồi bắt đầu đi vào sản xuất này, rồi bắt đầu mới đi vào tiếp nữa là chất lượng, tức là thủ tục rồi chất lượng rồi phân phối vân vân. Thì cái mà Pháp đang hỏi, tại vì ở bên Ireland nó có hai cái mảng, tức là học ra để làm nghiên cứu, tức là học ra để tham gia vào cái công thức, và tham gia vào cái nó gọi là cái thuốc, cái tác dụng của thuốc đi vào cơ thể con người nó như thế nào. Thì cái mà Phát đang hỏi nó chính là cái này đó. Còn lại là bên pharmacy ấy, tức là pharmacy là anh học ra để anh đi bán thuốc, tức là cái phần sau. Thế thì tức là ra làm dược sĩ, hiểu nôm na nó là như thế. Còn cái của Phát thì đi theo cái hướng này, thực ra thì cái chi phí đầu tư nó bỏ ra nó rẻ, Mà thường những cái ngành này thì thường là bên các đại học công nghệ nó giảng dạy và nó đầu tư nhiều, nó hay hơn. Bên cạnh đó nữa là em hình dung là hầu hết các công ty thương mại về về dược, những công ty thương mại sản xuất ấy, là thường là nó đầu tư vào các cái đại học để nó ra các công thức, xong rồi bắt đầu hiểu nôm na là mình tham gia bào chế, tức là mình tham gia cái quy trình, cái quá trình nó bào chế sản xuất, tức là ra những cái công thức để mà có thể sản xuất, tức là đi vào những cái phòng lab ấy. Thì hiện nay tại sao chị nói lúc nãy với Phát là Phát cân nhắc, Phát cần kết nối, chị sẽ kết nối ở năm ba đi thực hành, thì là đối với ngành này thì chị có rất nhiều, không phải có rất nhiều mà có khoảng nhiều bạn, tại vì có những bạn mà đi từ những ngày khởi đầu mà chị làm với Ireland cơ. Thì nếu mà em search em tìm thấy một bạn ấy là bạn Đan á, Nguyễn Châu Thụy Đan là học sinh của chị, bạn ấy đi lúc đó là mới tốt nghiệp 11 ở Việt Nam, lúc đấy cũng search ranking các thể loại, nhưng mà sang đến bên đấy thì bạn cực kỳ happy, bạn bảo đúng ý luôn. Thì bạn ấy học ở năm ba là bạn đi thực hành của một công ty dược phẩm rất là lớn, sau đấy thì là bạn đăng ký lên hướng PhD. Thì bạn ấy tốt nghiệp và bạn ấy tiến sĩ ở tuổi 27. Thế nên nếu mà Phát muốn tìm hiểu chuyên sâu về trường này, về ngành này và cái lộ trình đi thì chị sẽ kết nối để cho Phát tìm hiểu chuyên sâu. Nhưng mà chị nghĩ rằng là trong cái pharmaceutical á, thì nó có rất nhiều trường đào tạo, nó có rất nhiều trường đào tạo. Tuy nhiên đi theo cái hướng nào, chọn cái lộ trình nào nó vừa kinh tế nha, nó vừa đúng đích của mình nha, và cái ngành đấy nó lại phù hợp với cái tiêu chí định hướng của mình về mặt công việc, thì cái đó mới là cái quan trọng. Thì mỗi người sẽ có một cái lộ trình riêng, một cái định hướng riêng, thì mình sẽ phân tích đi theo cái hướng như vậy. Đấy, thì đâm ra là chị nhìn trên cái hồ sơ của Phát thì chị thấy điểm rất rất là tốt. Em hoàn toàn em có thể apply học bổng như cô ấy nói đó, tức là học bổng đầu vào thì nó tự động. Tuy nhiên những cái học bổng 50% á, thì là nó sẽ phải 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 một cái apply khác, thì Pháp có thể apply một trong hai. Ban đầu thì người ta sẽ đưa ra những học bổng tự động, sau đấy rồi là dựa vào cái academic của em á, thì có thể apply những cái học bổng cao hơn là 50% at least đó. Thì cứ chủ động. Đấy là phần về trường cũng như là về phần thông tin. Còn để mà đi vào chi tiết ấy, thì chị nghĩ là chắc Pháp phải đọc thêm các cái module và các cái outcome đầu ra. Thì cái chương trình thực tập á, đều sắp xếp bởi trường hết, tất cả những phần này em không có lo, đều sắp xếp bởi trường hết. Chị nghĩ là em có thể consider cái này và em có thể tìm hiểu thêm. Thì lúc đó đến cái phần đó chị sẽ kết nối với các sinh viên của chị ở bên đó cho em tìm hiểu tham khảo nha.
Dạ vâng, em cảm ơn.
Ok.
Ngọc Anh với Tú Anh, Tú Anh còn muốn hỏi gì không em? Ngọc Anh, Ngọc Anh thì sáng mai em ghé văn phòng đúng không?
Dạ đúng rồi ạ.
Sáng mai em cứ ghé đi nha. Bên chị làm từ 8 rưỡi đến 12 rưỡi, em ghé mấy giờ cũng được. Nếu chị Hằng bận thì em có thể gặp chị, không vấn đề nha. Mà hôm nay mình có cơ hội gặp đại diện trường luôn á, thì cho nên có câu hỏi gì thì mình hỏi trực tiếp luôn. Ở đây cũng có chị Hằng nữa, chị Hằng cũng có thể trả lời cho em
Chị
luôn.
hẹn với Tú Anh sáng mai đấy. Có bé gì nhỉ? Tú gì nhỉ?
Tú Anh. Dạ.
Tú Anh hình như là chị cũng nói chuyện với Tú Anh về ngành
Dạ
Tú
đúng
Anh.
rồi, Tú
Này
Anh,
chị cũng có thể.
Tú Anh nói là có nói chuyện với chị Hằng rồi.
Ừ. Ok, thế thì
Dạ.
cũng get được một số.
Dạ. Thôi hôm nay thì nói chung là bây giờ cũng đầy đủ thông tin rồi, em nghĩ cũng đầy đủ thông tin. Chị Siêu ơi, chị có muốn hỏi gì không? Em thấy Phát cũng hỏi hết rồi. Dạ, em cảm ơn chị. Um, Helen, I think that we have full information right now, and if the student have any questions or they need more guidance or support assistance, they can maybe work directly to us, to me, to Hằng, and to our team. And thank you so much for your time today for very useful presentation for our students.
Yeah, and thank you for everybody showing up. And also, I want to say, and PHC is our very good partner. We trust them very much because we don't have an office in Asia. So we are working with PHC for many years, and they send us fantastic students. So everybody say, "Oh, PHC student, we make sure we look after them better than anybody else." So we're
Yeah.
looking forward for you to apply to a PhD, and we're always looking after our partners.